Dance has been a part of my life since I can remember. I'm hopeful and I yearn to dedicate my life to it, because for me, it's my one and only true love. It was love at first sensation, at first sight, and it has been love ever since. This is the story of how we fell in love. It all started before I was born, when my grandmother, a tall, beautiful woman from the Colombian coast, bewitched my grandfather, who had and still has 2 left feet, with her energetic and elegant dance movements in a Barranquilla's carnival, proclaiming the power of dance and the power of love. We fell in love with dance when we met in my mother's womb. Months before I was born, when my mother, with her rounded belly pregnant with me, used to put music and dance to the rhythm of it, resting her head at my father's chest, with my father's arms around her, who also moved at the beat of the melodies of the song playing in the background. We fell in love a little bit more when dance began being a part of my everyday movements. I was between 12 and 15 months old, while standing up, moving my body side to side, up and down, in a way that I would later know to be the bounce in urban terms and the plie in academic terms, giving my first steps, in a funny manner characteristic of little babies that are just learning how to manage the balance between their bodies and the gravity of their new home, Earth. I knew my love for dance was the most authentic and unconditional thing I would ever feel when we shared a deeper connection. Dance took the initiative and I let myself go. When I was 6 years old, vacationing in a resort with my mom and dad, we went to a game night. The resort performers and entertainers asked children to join them on the stage for a game. Me and another girl from the crowd went up to the stage. After the game was over, I was supposed to go back to my table. I heard a transition music between games. It was a song I knew. The DJ played the song Ojos Así from Shakira. Something took over my 6-year-old body, and before giving it a thought, I went to the center of the stage and started dancing. With a natural fluidity and tenderness, and the characteristic confidence and boldness only a 6-year-old that has no idea and is not aware of what is happening has. But with the blind trust in the sensation, the feeling, and the joyness I was feeling in the moment. That feeling, being, sensation, or however you want to call it, I now know it was the power and force of dance, and this was the first time I felt its force and passion. After that, I was hooked. And at 9 years old, I asked as a Christmas gift for belly dance lessons. My first teacher, Nadia, introduced me to this sacred and millennial world of belly dance, passed from women to women, from generation to generation, and involving primarily the movement of the hips, shoulders, chest, and belly, as it is announced in the name. I experienced the shared passion and love for dance you only have when you dance as a couple. And as it is when you share something you love with someone else, I learned to trust the other person and let myself be guided. I strongly believe one of the greatest tools we have as humanity is dance and movement. And throughout the appropriate guidance and tools, we can transcend all boundaries and conventions. We may experience struggles, obstructions, and obstacles along the way, but dance is such a grateful art that once you overcome that, it will give you back 100%, and you will too fall deeply in love with dance in all its forms.